it's Becky. I'm coming in today to talk about something that I don't usually talk about on this channel, but I think it's actually something that we can look into. I want to talk about today world building. So world building, if you don't know, if you are still a newbie writer, world building is when you create the actual world that your fictional book is in. Like, this is especially true for fantasy novels, and basically anything that doesn't have to do with the world that you're in now, even a historical fiction book. So you write down what the world is like, the weather, the building structure, and the people that are in that world. So you know where your boundaries are. But one thing I wanted to touch on today is morality, because I think that's one thing that a lot of people skip over when they make their world building, tasks. And it can trip people up too. It can put you in like a world building spiral. And I know that, at least one verse writer that follows me knows what the hell I'm talking about. You get in that spiral and all you want to do is just tweak it to make sure that your world is the best and most specific that it can be, but we can't always have it that way. So when I'm talking about world building, when I'm talking about morality, I'm talking about the morality of the social structure that you're building. So what is morality? Think of morality as like the code of conduct. So if you need to, again, it's a boundary limit, but it's more so a boundary limit on personal actions and how those personal actions are going to be perceived by your social structures, and the different types of boundaries that are there for different social structures. The morality of, let's say, the rich may be different from the morality of those with the poor, and those in between also. If you have different races in your book, there may be different moral structures regarding the different races in your novel. Like, let's say you have the elves having this type of morality. Is there a different, like, a social caste within the elves? Is there like a like, if the elf has, let's say, like, they're more nature based, so let's say they have their own garden. That basically regards them, like, let's say they're if they have a lot of different things in their garden, then that regards them as being rich because they're able to do more things. If they, like, just live off the land, then they're seen as poor or maybe downtrodden or whatever. And that's a social structure morality, conflict within just one race. And that leads me to what I'm talking about today, because if we think about our own morality structure, there are definitely differences in the different social classes. And even if you look at current political issues that we're dealing with, there's a lot of ways that you can gain some understanding about how social society is, just by looking at the way things are with our society. And this is why I find sociology so interesting. And if you have an interest in sociology, I definitely recommend looking up Crash Course Sociology, because it's so interesting. And there's, you do one video a day in the whole thing, and it's, it just makes you want to just read about everything regarding that topic, especially if you're someone who gets stuck or doesn't understand world building. So if you're trying to make a morality structure within the world that you're building, think about how the character that you have, what do you think is going to happen if they do, one part of what they're trying to do? If they're trying to, like, let's say you have a character and they are trying to they just learned that they have powers and they're trying to learn about them. Is magic a thing in your world? As far as social structures, is it a social construct that, magic has to be controlled in a certain way? How does it need to be controlled? And by social standards, how is magic perceived? Is magic perceived, to be something only for the rich? or is it seen as something that's really looked down upon, that really only the poor and downtrodden would focus on? You know, that's something that you should think about. And hopefully I'm able to, you know, give that little bit of creative spark for you. But if you have any other questions regarding world building, I'll be more than happy to talk about them again in another video. And if you like this video and like my content, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to hit the notification button so you get notified when I put out new content. And you can message me ideas to my Twitter, my Instagram, or my Facebook. My tag on all three of those is RNS Author. Or you can contact me, you know, via comment down below. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Get to work. Bye!